LR Vegito Blue confirmed for the worldwide celebration. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are just about 3 days away from the start of the worldwide download celebration on both JP and Global Dokkan, and we have confirmation on the 2 upcoming LR. Shout out to iSeriously for kind of bringing this up for us. We have an LR Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue who transform into this Vegito Blue right here. Let's give it a second while it loads up. It is some beautiful card art, right? We got the dual spirit sword Vegito Blue. I mean, we could not have asked for a better LR. Now we're going to take a look at the producer video real quick, and we're going to go over a few key things about this guy and his partner, the other LR, the corrupted fusion Zamas. So it's going to be very, very interesting what these guys do, but let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the producer letter here. So we're not going to play through the whole video. We're just going to hit a few of the key points and then reference iSeriously's post because he was kind enough to kind of compile it all together. So real quick, we don't need the sound on for this. Let's just turn that off. So first off, we have confirmation on the title of the campaign, the Worldwide Celebration Beyond Space and Time campaign. We kind of knew this from the translations on the V-Jump from a few weeks ago, but it's kind of nice to have it officially in-game on Global, knowing the title, Beyond Space and Time. Now, what's really interesting here, and, you know, since we already know what the LRs are, right? They specifically cite here that this celebration will focus on Trunks and his battle for the future, and then they go and reveal LR Vegito and Zamas as the LRs, which I just thought was interesting. I think to me that kind of means that there might still be an LR Part 2 Trunks. I mean, I'm a little disappointed he didn't get the Part 1 treatment, but I mean, who's going to complain about these guys right here, right? I mean, this is a card everybody's been wanting, fusing Vegito Blue, and we have it, so, you know, no complaints there. Now, moving on through the campaign, let's see here. Okay, so we do have login bonuses. So like the anniversary, there's a special login bonus. Now, while the anniversary did give us 3, this one's giving us 2. So instead of your your 3 Dragon Stones, right? You're getting 2 Dragon Stones instead of 1 dragon. That's what I meant to say. 1 Dragon Stone per day is what we normally get, right? Here you're getting 2. I had a major brain fart there for a second. Okay, so 2 Dragon Stones instead of 1 every day. So that's really nice. That means on weekends you're getting 4 Dragon Stones instead of, or I'm sorry, 8 Dragon Stones instead of the singular, right? Now, what's really interesting here, if you'll notice, right, it says select character Dragon Stone can be obtained. It doesn't say God Dragon Stone. This is very, very interesting. I'm wondering what this can mean. Select character Dragon Stone. They don't really expand on it much, except that select Dragon Stone can be obtained for certain characters. Now, I did point out a few days ago, okay, here it is. So, select Dragonstone can be used to obtain a character. Now, I noticed in the data download that there was no God Dragonstone, the red Dragonstone, in Proton 10MG's data download compilation. And now here they're specifying that this select Dragonstone, and I don't think I've seen anybody else tweet about this, to my knowledge, but this can be used to select multiple Dokkan Awakened characters. So there was a blue stone in the data download that was separate from the Memorial Dragonstones, and I wondered if this could be different than the God Dragonstone, and it looks like I was correct. I think I tweeted about this a couple days ago, right? So there is no red Dragonstone. Instead, we're getting this Dragonstone, and the character you're recruiting is already Dokkan Awakened. Now, they did do something similar to this with the Gogeta and the Janemba. I think this was last year, so could be something like that, but it's interesting because it's blue instead of red. Last year, it was the red Dragonstone that did this, so this is very interesting. I can't wait to see what the characters are going to be available from that. We also have a co-op campaign. Like always, co-op campaign will probably get like 15 stones from this for completion of all the events. It's usually just like, hey, run this mission with time travelers or future saga or whatever the new category is that these guys introduce. So very, very simple, nothing too crazy there. But moving on, right, the big thing, the big draw here, we have first up the Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta. This is kind of crazy. We're psyched that we have it. I'm glad it's finally here. And of course, they fuse into Vegito Blue. Now they do have a fusion, like an alternate card art, which is really cool in the card. And then of course it says that they do have activating skill. Now they don't specify specifically active skill, but they say activating skill, right? They don't say standby mode. They don't say anything like that. I'm gonna assume it's an active, like every other fusing unit we've had, the Gogeta, the STR Vegito, and it's an active skill that fuses into this art right here, the dual spirit swords. This is really interesting. I'll probably do a concept video on this guy later, but dual spirit swords, they mentioned that he is specifically a Dokkan original, so like his animations are completely drawn out for Dokkan battle. They're not referencing any, well, they might have some references, but they're not specifically pulled from any portion of the anime, which is really, really neat. Now, I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I was kind of half right. I said like we'd get a Trunks that was a Dokkan original, so it's kind of half right about the Dokkan original thing. I just thought that was interesting. So that is the Superclass LR. Really excited for that. Now, the Extreme Class LR is going to be, here we are, the Corrupted Fusion Zamas. Now, of course, if you'll notice here in naming convention, he is a Fusion Zamas, which means that he shares the same name as the Int one who recently released. So just bear that in mind. But what's really interesting is that this guy is coming with the Infinite Zamas Dokkan field, or what they're calling it is domain, right? This is really, really interesting. They do mention that they're going to go over more of it in the Dokkan now, but like we predicted, the Zamas was going to have the Infinite Zamas as the first Dokkan field. So no surprises there. Going to be really interesting to see how this is handled. Now, before we move on to some events that have been announced, I do want to mention one thing here according to iSeriously. Now, this could be nothing, but he specifically mentions that he refers to both of these as dual Dokkan Fests, right? He doesn't say Dokkan Fest 1 and Carnival LR. He refers to this as a dual Dokkan Fest. So this could possibly mean that they are following the format of the anniversary, where it's a dual Dokkan Fest Part 1 and dual Carnival Part 2. I personally didn't really like that format, but is what it is. It seems like this could be the case. But again, this could just be simply nothing. This was just maybe an easy way for iSeriously to reference it. But, you know, with a grain of salt, understand that iSeriously, he was a big leaker in the community. He knows his stuff, so typically if he's saying something, there's probably a reason behind it. But again, it could be nothing. I just want to throw that out there, that we could be seeing a dual Dokkan Fest rather than, like last year, Dokkan Fest and Carnival. We'll have to see for certain here in the next couple of days. Now, moving on, we have announcements of new events as well, so I'm kind of glad I waited to do this video to go over the LRs, because now we can cover this stuff too, right? So we have a new challenge event coming. This is a high difficulty event, Divine Wrath and Mortal Will. I'm going to assume that this is probably similar to the Fighting Spirit stage with the Cooler and the Goku from last year. So you'll have a set of Super Class stages and a set of Extreme Class stages, all of which will likely have boosted stages thanks to using specific set of characters, more than likely Future Saga or like Connected Hope or something, or whatever the new characters are on, like Fuse Fighter or something, who knows, but more than likely it'll be something like that, which will probably encourage you to try to get one of the new units. And there'll be a new support memory available from that called To Zamas, so very, very interesting there. Moving on, we'll have a special Dokkan Ultimate Clash versus Trunks as the final battle, so this could be interesting. I wonder if this kind of confirms that these two are going to be the part 2, being that they're featured on the Clash rather than Zamas or Vegito Blue, but who knows, maybe that's just their way of fitting it in. But we do have a special Dokkan Clash. Usually when they do these special 3 levels, there's actually a couple more Dragon Stones that are available, so that'll be good for when that drops. We have a new stage of the Future Saga story event. I figured they were going to do this. Now, who knows what it's going to bring? It doesn't mention anything specifically. Could be an equip stage, right? Adding skill orbs for Future Saga, or it could be a stage adding the awakening medals for the SCR Trunks that is recruitable from this event. Who knows? We won't know anything until the data download, but I'm going to guess that more than likely it's the awakening for that Trunks, who might also see an EZA during this celebration. We also have a new story event, the Super Warrior Memorial Trunks. Now, this is the event where we will recruit that Trunks that we saw in the V-Jump, this guy here, right? So, funny, the global version doesn't actually show the SSR that you can recruit, but it is this Trunks who we saw in the V-Jump. More than likely, he will awaken into that TUR from the V-Jump, and then probably Easy A. Or, you know, who knows, maybe he's an LR or something. Maybe, we shall see. But either way, minimum, we're getting a TUR out of this guy. And he's N-type, which is interesting. I wonder if that means anything. Outside of that, we have the next stage of the Red Zone confirmed. Stage 3 will be against Goku Black. So very, very interesting. It seems like they're going to be saving Corrupted Zamas for the final stages here. So very, very excited to see who comes next for the remaining stages. Because, right, I mean, I guess maybe like a Zamas and Black together, and then the final stage is them fused, and then the final stage is Corrupted Merge Zamas, and then maybe with like the domain you have to fight them in. Who knows, right? But this is very, very, very exciting. I can't believe they actually went with the Vegito Blue. I'm not disappointed. I'm excited. I mean, I think that this way, getting Vegito Blue and Zamas up front, and then part 2, we get the Trunks and Goku Black. I feel like this way kind of everybody wins. One thing I did fail to mention before we close out here, right here you can see, and I do mention it in the video, we are getting the 50 tickets multi again. Now, to my understanding from the video, the 50 ticket multi is similar to the one we got during Golden Week, although that was 30, right? So it's like 3 characters from a batch of, like, you're guaranteed 1 LR and then like 2 banner unit characters. It's something like that, right? I don't think it's a 3 LR, right? I think you're guaranteed the 1, to my understanding, but remains to be seen. Can't wait to see what comes of this. So that is it for the video, but I'm not gonna leave you guys with that. They did give us one last thing here, and I want to make sure you guys get to hear this and enjoy it with me. So we're going to pause the lo-fi here. We're going to turn on our desktop audio, and we're going to give a video a watch here.
And Goku Black 高い気ぐらい海洋神の見習い人間嫌い過去現在未来人間滅ぼしたい人間ゼロ計画だからほたら使ったら合体最強見た目を捨てたらむやみやたら強いキャラポタラ不死身だから切られたら増えるから宇宙そのもの無限ざます無限に増えて人間滅ぼす神辛い未来それでも絶対諦めない戦 た未来にとして無じたら初めに苦しみ大ピンチだからポータラ使ったら合体最強ベストブルー気が高ブルーベストブルー心揺さぶる強さあらブルー合体したら強敵もへっちゃらポタラ使ったら合体最強ポタラ使ったら合体最強ドラゴンボール Z ドッカンバトル全世界同時キャンペーン間もなく
This is exciting. I can't believe they actually did a rap for the Potara just like they did for the cooler last year. This is amazing, and it was really good, as Greg Daw says there, right underneath. It does indeed slap. That was pretty awesome. So, guys, that is it for the video. That is it for the exciting news for the upcoming worldwide download celebration, starting in just 3 days. This is going to be kicking off Friday evening for most of us, with the Dokkan Now and the banners following Saturday. So I am excited. Hopefully you guys are. And if you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, how excited are you? How hyped are you for the return of Vegito Blue? 1,000 days it took to get another Vegito Blue card, and he's here, and he looks, from what we can see so far, pretty darn amazing. So, anyways, guys, if nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.